This video is sponsored by Dreame. I've used a lot of robot vacuum cleaners and mops over the years, but this one by far is the most advanced one I've ever seen. This is the Dreame x60 Max Ultra Complete. The name might be a mouthful, but it really does have every feature I could possibly want out of a robot vacuum cleaner and mop. I particularly love this product category of robots that do chores for you, especially ones that clean your floors, because I hate cleaning the floors. Having a robot take care of this chore for me is ideal. Now, what's interesting about the Dreame x60 Max Ultra Complete is it's an incredibly thin robot vacuum. It comes in at just 7.95 centimeters slim, and its direct time of flight sensor on top can retract. This is important because it allows the vacuum to get into tight spots that don't have a lot of clearance. The robot's DTOF sensor scans in a 360 degrees, measuring areas with low clearance. Then it will retract the sensor so that the robot can still clean those areas. Not only is this something other robot vacuum cleaners I've tried in the past haven't been able to do, but this is something my manual vacuum cleaner couldn't do. Not having to move our bed or different pieces of furniture around so we can vacuum underneath them is really nice. When the robot is underneath a piece of furniture, it uses two AI cameras to create a 3D map of the space. This way everything gets cleaned. The robot's dual 180-degree AI cameras can mimic human vision. This gives it the ability to map a 3D world. It's constantly looking for objects and adapting. This means if you leave something out, the kids didn't pick up their toys, or the dog is taking a nap, it will scan that area and adapt to that space. So that way it's not running over and, vacuuming up your AirPods. It can even understand and recognize over 280 objects. The robot vacuum's front camera sensors have an infrared detection light. This is used to identify different kinds of messes, but also reduce misidentifications of patterned surfaces, reflections, and other household materials on the floor. For example, what this means is, say sunlight is coming through the window and creating this reflection on your hard surface. Other robot vacuum cleaners and mops might think that is a stain or a mess and go over it multiple times until that sunlight actually moves out of the way. With this Dreame robot, it's able to understand that it's just light and moves on. The robot also has a proactive lighting, so it can identify different kinds of stains like dirt or liquids or even pet hair. This way it can adapt the different cleaning modes based on the mess. If the robot needs to, it can increase the suction power or even turn off the mop feature. This robot vacuum cleaner has 35,000 pascals of suction power. Now, for reference, my hand manual Dyson vacuum has 16,000 pascals of suction power, meaning that this robot is almost double the suction power of my Dyson vacuum cleaner. The robot can handle getting any dust or debris out of carpet. It has a combo brush system, a bristled rubber brush for hard floors to get dust and dirt in the grout between tiles, and a TPU brush for easily getting debris from carpet. And for how powerful this vacuum is, I was really impressed with how quiet it was. When the robot came across a pile of spilled cereal, it made some adjustments to its program. First, it turned up the suction power because it knew these were larger objects it needed to pick up. Then after it made its first pass of picking up the cereal, it then adjusted its programmed path to go over that area a couple of times to make sure it got everything. It did a great job at this. It was a similar situation when it came across a puddle of spilled soda. It retracted its arm and went over the area multiple times, making sure it mopped up the area and cleaned up all the soda. After it was done, it realized its mop pads needed to be cleaned before continuing the rest of the job, so it returned to the base station. I was also really impressed with how the robot handled vacuuming up carpets. Since getting a 3D printer, I've had little bits of filament and printed parts kind of just fall on the ground, and it did a great job at picking up all of that. Something I really appreciate about this robot is it doesn't get hair tangled in it. I may not have the longest hair, but I do live with a girl that does have really long hair, and oh boy, does it destroy other robots. The mopping system has a built-in tilt feature. This way, mopping pads are always making the best contact for optimal cleaning. It can imply enhanced downward pressure for more efficient scrubbing. This really helps with those stains that are just stuck on the floor. The Dreame x60 Max Ultra Complete also has precise edge cleaning. This means it can get right up next to walls and cabinets, so your whole floors are getting cleaned. The robot also has arms for advanced obstacle clearance. So for people with small steps in their house, the robot will actually be able to climb and go down them. It does this by detecting and then lifting itself across a threshold. This works best with steps or thresholds that are about 8.8 centimeters or lower. Now, I don't have anything like a small step or anything like that in my house, but we have a few thresholds that are nice big bumps. We also have a few rugs, and the robot was able to make clearance over them no problem. And the docking station also has a few key features built into it as well. It has auto tank water refilling. This way the robot can get more water and doesn't need to stop mid-cleaning. The docking station also auto adds the cleaning solution, so you don't need to worry about any mixtures of water and cleaning solution or anything like that. When you go to refill the water tanks, you just need to put water in it. There's also a auto mop drying feature with hot air. This allows the mop pads to get clean quickly so bacteria or mold doesn't build up on them. And if you have the right water hookups, and unfortunately I don't in my house, but if you do have the right water hookups, you can actually plug them into the docking station, so that way it will auto refill the water tank for you, so you don't have to manually take the tanks out and refill it. Plus, the docking station has a bag in it, so that way the vacuum will auto empty itself. The bags are typically good for up to 180 days. Like I said, this is the most advanced vacuum cleaner I've ever used. It did a great job at cleaning my floors, both the carpet and the hard surfaces. It's gonna be sticking around for a while. I'm gonna put some links in the description below so you can go check out the Dreame x60 Max Ultra Complete. My thanks to Dreame for sponsoring this video.